Right. I mean, I think like when Trump is like, well, that judge is against, that judge can't be trusted because he's Mexican and I'm building a wall. It's the exact same thing, right? That to assume that all black people have the same perspective, to assume that, for example, police violence is the issue that black people care about. It's like, actually, black people really care a lot about crime because we're disproportionately victims of crime. It doesn't necessarily mean that we want like unfettered stop and frisk. We absolutely don't. But you get it coming and going on both sides of the coin. Yep. So I think like seeing black communities as whole communities with extraordinary diversity within them is absolutely essential in that representation, right? Like, I mean, I feel like so much of the national coverage is like, black voters want this, or Latino voters like only care about immigration. And it's just not true. You can ask any reporter or frankly, any member of that community, and they'll give you a different answer of like, what's the issue that they care about most. And I think the most important thing that we can do to fight racism is to not treat people as if they're a monolith and that their race determines like how they're going to feel about any given issue. Like treat people like whole 360-degree humans.
Amen. Amen. Phil, that's a big reason why we even went down to South Carolina,
That's exactly
right?
what I was going to say. I was pretty much going to say like Taryn and I, we went to South Carolina to do a project where we talked with black voters about just what do they care about. It's a small sample size. We're in Columbia. We talked to as many people as we could talk to, but we just saw a huge range of like different issues that they cared about, from student loan debt to climate change to the one Republican that we talked to about, and he was, just read the story when it comes out. Just read it, check it out. But I mean, that was the whole point of going to South Carolina, to really kind of show people that they're like we're not a monolith, like you were saying, and I think that a lot of the onus is on media companies too, like newsrooms. I've seen 3,000 stories about why the random Trump voter in Milwaukee, is not going to vote. But there's very few stories about black voters. Like I haven't seen that many stories out there about black voters and the things that we care about. So.
Well, I mean, and also like there was a big story about black voters in the 2016 election, and that is that they did not turn out for Hillary, and like why, and that to me is as important a political story as any of the stories about why white people love Trump. Like it's you're just not doing your job if you're not asking like who's here and who's not here.
Right.
I think we like to make the assumption that black folks only care about an issue only so far as their skin color, right? Black issues are issues that everyone has, right? Black folks are wondering how they're going to put their kid through college, how they're going to pay their student loan bills. They're wondering about their credit scores, about health care. Should we have Medicare for all? Should we not? Should we do a public option? That's going to change based on where they are in the country or what their economic, scenario looks like. They also care about taxes. It's not just, I am black, therefore I am going to be voting, for anyone but Trump. The story does not stop there. And I think we do a huge disservice to our readers and to our viewers and just to Americans in general to assume as if black folks only care about things because it's black or it's not, right? Black people care about a lot of other issues other than just this is our skin color.